Did you know that by launching autonomous sailing drones to find and track enemy submarines, the Navy could use one of the world's oldest technologies to defeat one of the world's newest? DARPA, the U.S. Defense Research Agency, has created Sea Hunter, a prototype unmanned submarine tracking vessel capable of autonomously patrolling the seas for months at a time at a fraction of the current cost. Jillian Turner investigates the implications for conventional submarine warfare. Even by U.S. military standards, the buzz surrounding Sea Hunter, a $20 million prototype unmanned submarine tracking vessel developed by U.S. Defense Research Agency DARPA, is astounding. The drone, dubbed a highly autonomous unmanned ship that could revolutionize U.S. maritime operations and a new vision of naval surface warfare, was created as part of the agency's Anti-Submarine Warfare Continuous Trail Unmanned Vessel, or ASW ACTUV program. The Class 3 Unmanned Surface Vessel, or USV, has the capability of traversing thousands of kilometers of open ocean for months without a single crew member aboard and at a fraction of current costs. Estimates range from $15,000 to $20,000 per day, compared to $700,000 per day for a destroyer. According to DARPA, Sea Hunter could eventually lead to a new class of ocean-going vessel, eliminating the need for larger manned warships and revolutionizing conventional submarine warfare. ACTUV represents a new vision of naval surface warfare in which small numbers of highly capable, high-value assets are exchanged for large numbers of commoditized, simpler platforms that are more capable in aggregate, said Fred Kennedy, director of DARPA's Tactical Technology Office, or TTO. The U.S. military has discussed the strategic importance of replacing the king and queen pieces on the maritime chessboard with a plethora of pawns, and ACTUV is the first step toward doing just that. Sea Hunter is the world's largest unscrewed ship, measuring 132 feet in length and capable of 27 knots. It is designed as a trimaran, which is a multi-hull vessel composed of a main hull and two smaller outrigger hulls or floats attached to it with lateral beams. After a successful joint test with DARPA's Towed Airborne Lift of Naval Systems, indicating that Sea Hunter could handle communications relays as well as intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance sensor packages, the vessel's sensing and autonomy suites were tested in open water. 3 tests were conducted in 2017 to integrate the suites and use them to comply with international regulations for the prevention of collisions at sea in operationally realistic scenarios. Sea Hunter conducted at-sea tests with a Mine Countermeasure, or MCM, payload in August 2017. DARPA and the Office of Naval Research, or ONR, also conducted tests to demonstrate a critical design element: the vessel's ability to handle a variety of missions by switching between modular payloads. DARPA completed its ASW ACTUV project in January, and the demonstration vessel was transferred to ONR the following month. The prototype will be developed as the Medium Displacement Unmanned Surface Vehicle, or MDUSV, by ONR, and it'll be tested for automated payload and sensor data processing, new mission-specific autonomous behaviors, and autonomous coordination among multiple USVs. The transition of ACTUV from DARPA to ONR represents a significant milestone in the development of large-scale USV technology and autonomy capabilities, said TTO Program Manager Alexander Wallen. Our collaboration with ONR has brought the future fleet where manned warships and capable large unmanned vessels complement each other to accomplish diverse, evolving missions closer to reality. We're already working on autonomous control, which is a difficult area that's critical to maturing MDUSV and delivering it to the fleet, said Robert Brizzolara, ONR Program Officer for MDUSV. Depending on test results, the Sea Hunter could enter service with the U.S. Navy in a variety of roles in 2018. The stated purpose of the drone is to locate, track, and engage submarines, primarily using a high-frequency fixed sonar array, but MCM testing indicates mine countermeasures may be an option. Both roles make sense for an unmanned systems like Sea Hunter, Joseph Trevithick writes in The Drive. A group of MDUSVs could search a larger area more easily for hostile subs, mines, and other underwater hazards. The drone boats could also scout for the enemy well ahead of the manned ships and get close to particularly valuable assets, such as aircraft carriers or amphibious assault ships. Submarines are becoming a greater threat to the U.S. Navy's surface ships. Because of air-independent propulsion technology, diesel-electric submarines are quieter and thus more difficult to detect with sonar. They can also stay submerged for much longer periods of time than their forefathers. Smaller unmanned boats, as DARPA's Fred Kennedy alluded to, would also be less expensive than relying solely on larger warships, aircraft, or aerial drones to search for and counter threats. If you've enjoyed watching so far, then do like the video and subscribe to our channel. Fleets of unmanned ships with an estimated range of 10,000 nautical miles and the ability to endure up to 90 days at sea without a crew could also provide 24/7 protection for inlets, harbors, and other sensitive maritime locations, as well as deliver missiles, torpedoes, and other supplies to vessels at sea. Former U.S. Deputy Defense Secretary Robert Work told Reuters in 2016 that he believed USVs in general and the Sea Hunter in particular could revolutionize maritime operations. "This is an inflection point," he said. "This is the first time we've had a totally robotic, transoceanic ship. I would like to see unmanned flotillas operating in the Western Pacific and the Persian Gulf within 5 years." He added, going on to emphasize that such fleets would always be under human control. "There's no reason to be afraid of a ship like this." The U.S. Navy clearly believes that unmanned ships have the potential to track and engage enemy submarines for extended periods of time. Plans are already in the works to outfit drones with anti-submarine weapons and additional sensor suites to gather visual and electronic intelligence. Aside from flexible mission capabilities, multiple autonomous fleets may be operated by a single land-based crew, providing a cost-effective alternative to conventional personal heavy fleets. Another plus for Sea Hunter is that China, Russia, and North Korea are all looking to expand their submarine fleets. The U.S. Navy has ordered a sister vessel, Sea Hunter 2, at an initial cost of $35.5 million. Operational testing of the original craft is possible by the end of 2018. According to The Drive, Captain Chris Sweeney, Deputy Director of Surface Warfare for Aegis and Ballistic Missile Defense, told USNI News in February 2017 that the service was considering forming an experimental squadron for field evaluation consisting of Sea Hunter, the first-in-class USS Zumwalt stealth destroyer, an Arleigh-Burke-class destroyer, and a littoral combat ship. Some analysts believe Sea Hunter will take part in real-world missions this year, ushering in a new era of naval operations dominated by fleets of drones piloted by ground crews. Sail Drone is marketing its unmanned surface vessels, which the company refers to as uncrewed, outfitted with a composite rigid wing sail as a persistent reconnaissance platform capable of carrying sophisticated sonar equipment. According to Brian Connon, Sail Drone's vice president of ocean mapping, the drones, which use solar energy to power their keel-mounted payloads, can stay at sea for extended periods of time to perform a variety of missions. "We sail these around collecting ocean data, atmospheric and oceanographic observations, but we can also put a payload in the keel and do things like fisheries surveys or single-beam mapping." Connon sat at the Navy League's annual Sea Air Space 2021 symposium in National Harbor, Maryland, where a Sail Drone was on display for the first time. According to Connon, any of the Sail Drone models could carry passive acoustic sensors and transmit signals to a manned surface vessel. To hunt for enemy subs, larger versions can tow a sonar array or other underwater sensor. It can also search the near surface or surface of the water with hydrophone sensors or cameras to perform counter-drug missions, he said. The company, based in Alameda, California, has produced 100 of the 23-foot Explorer drones. 30 of the vessels are actively mapping the seafloor, measuring schools of fish, monitoring shark mating behavior, and conducting other data-gathering missions from the Arctic to the tropical Pacific Ocean, according to Connon. Solar panels on the sail and deck of the all-electric uncrewed sailing vessel charge its batteries and power payloads. According to Connon, a small propeller is primarily used in an auxiliary power generator that spins as the boat sails. Explorer can stay at sea for up to a year. A remote operator plots waypoints and defines a corridor within which the drone can sail. The rest is handled by the onboard computers, which optimizes the point of sail and control its orientation to the waves. The Coast Guard has already tested the feasibility of deploying autonomous sailboats in remote areas of the ocean for persistent maritime domain awareness. 6 of the Sail Drone's 23-foot version sailed from Hawaii in 2020 for a month-long endurance test. Several week-long tests included general surface traffic monitoring, detecting illegal, unregulated, and unreported or IUU fishing, search and patrol, and port security. During the tests, the drone fleet successfully provided information to Coast Guard units. Following the success of Explorer, Sail Drone decided to take the next step and ask what else we can do with these, according to Connon. The 72-foot Surveyor, which has a 50-foot mast, an auxiliary diesel engine, and the same capability as a survey ship for ocean mapping, is the result of that brainstorming. Surveyor is equipped with a keel-mounted sonar capable of reaching depths of 7,000 meters and a shallow-water multi-beam echo sounder capable of collecting very high-resolution maps of littorals. Conan explained that the engine is required to supplement solar power in order to run the power-hungry sonar equipment. In calm winds, the engine can also be used for propulsion, but it's primarily used to charge the onboard batteries. In July, Surveyor sailed from San Francisco to Hawaii, mapping the entire 28-day journey across previously uncharted ocean. And that's all for today's video. Do you know of any other fascinating submarine facts? Let's know in the comment section below. Thank you for sticking with us all the way to the end. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you should watch the video on the screen right now to learn more about the drones that hunt submarines. See you again in the next video.